Welcome to the Texas to Tennessee / Country versus Metal Mile Zero conglomeration. The Thanks Emily for hopping on.
Absolutely.
What about Mile Zero? We kind of like to start with how many times? Well, this is my first time. His second time.
This is
What
my
about you?
first time.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I love it. This is sick.
And you've been down here. You got here even earlier than we did, I think, just because of travel plans
Yeah.
for us
Thank God.
didn't work
I
out.
get jet lagged easy.
I was supposed to be here on Monday.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
us too, but
I
it
know,
didn't
I
work out
heard.
so well. But
Everyone was having issues.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
an Uber from Miami.
That's what a lot of people said. Thank God we almost did. Our pilot was like, we might have to redirect. I was like, please no. I'm just ready to get there, go to bed.
Yeah. American Airlines. There's like they told us the weather
We
in
didn't
Key
even
West.
fly American. We flew
Really?
Delta. Yeah. I just heard too much which sucks, but I've just
Yeah.
heard so much with American.
I don't understand. They told us the weather in Key West, and I was like, man, that's not bad, nice. And they were like, but unfortunately, we're being directed to Miami. We're redirected to Miami because of crosswinds. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they said they were saying winds or something for us.
yeah,
but
which I get, narrow runway, and I'm alive.
You're like, let
so,
me fly the jet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
risky for the biscuit.
Yeah, risk it for the biscuit. I love it. I love it.
so just I guess some of the first Mile Zero takeaways, for you, what comes to mind on your first time?
It honestly just kind of feels like home. We're so far away from home, but at the same time, it's like all my people. It's great. It's great. The music is wonderful. I love the setup of it, how there's music 24/7. It's just really cool. They take really good care of you too. So,
Yeah, we actually just ran into him at Lance's gig and got to actually go, shake a hand and let him know that, we appreciate what's going on and the hospitality and I mean it's pretty top notch. I mean,
so good. Some of the best.
We've all been a part of similar things that are run well or whatever, but we also have been part of one where you're just a number or just part of the equation.
Oh yeah.
And so they go above and beyond. So
Absolutely. I'm just now getting involved in the bigger stuff like this. So it's like, I've definitely been treated on both sides of the spectrum, but the people that put this on is just incredible and born and raised too. But it's just hospitality for somebody, even at like my level, the way they treat me is like the same as everybody else. And it's just fantastic.
shoot, we're that way as far as we're like, we just do a podcast,
That's how I am. I'm like,
Right,
dude,
right.
last name on the list, but they treat me the same, and it's amazing.
That's cool to hear, honestly. So, but as far as performances, anybody that you got to catch that kind of
Everyone.
everyone.
Everyone. This is my first time hearing the Cruz Brothers, which I guess they said that their merch got lost on American too. But I'm like, dude, I don't know what I would do. But they were fantastic. Jason Scott, he's always good. I didn't really get to hear a whole lot. I had to dip out early last night, but everyone here is incredible. Shelby Stone, Taylor Honeycutt, amazing as always.
Well, I guess that's the thing, right? It's not like you're hearing most of them for the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
every time I hear them,
old
it gets
news.
better. So it's even cooler when you're in the tropics, I guess. Not that it's tropical right now, but
Right.
Go ahead. If you got one.
I guess with festivals like this and everything, do you prefer like the festival style or doing solo shows? Because does it get a little overwhelming?
No, it's honestly for me, it's two completely separate things. I mean, I love doing the solo one-offs and stuff like that, but the festivals are just like, one, they're so much easier to just, we're popped up 5 minutes and we're ready to go. But it's also, it's just two different things. I love festivals. Like I'd probably rather play festivals right now, especially just now getting up and coming. It's easier because, we've got a crowd, but it's also a built-in crowd. And then new people, just the people you get to meet's freaking awesome. So, like a lot of Shelby's fans have heard me for the first time lately, and they kind of go off that, and Taylor's too. Just, I guess, that red dirt, not really red dirt, but whatever we all are, we don't really know. But yeah, it's cool.
We saw them for a little while. I think it was yesterday. All the days are kind of blending together, but they
I know.
Taylor and Shelby an acoustic set, which I've never seen, especially Taylor solo acoustic like that. But
So good.
But both of them together, and they're both goofs, and
Oh, I
you know
know.
what I mean. So they were just being themselves,
Yeah.
themselves, and doing the harmony parts and everything together, which is cool because you could tell they were winging it, but they're so talented that
Same.
it doesn't take a ton.
Oh my gosh, I know. Their voices are just one of a kind, incredible. Every time I listen, it's just crazy.
Do you think with the folks like Taylor and Shelby and that it's helping you as far as not that there's a community already, going on. There's not just the guys out there as far as you can kind of tag team this thing in a way and look out for each other and ask questions. And even with the gigs, do you think any of that kind of rubs off?
I mean, absolutely. I think that I think it's really cool because I feel like I wouldn't call myself girl country because I don't even really know why, but I'm more of like I don't know. I'm every genre under the sun, but Shelby and Taylor have more of that lower, deeper voices than girl country, quote unquote. And I feel like we are probably the most similar, but also we're nothing alike. But it's like I've learned so much from both of them, and they're both sweethearts, and they're both they're not just there for themselves, and that's to me what it's about. But yeah, I've learned a bunch from them. I've gotten a bunch of contacts and stuff, and met a lot of cool people from them both, and that's pretty much what it's all about, is community from that aspect of things. If that was what your question was.
The business side of it and getting gigs or just helping you as far as there being some doors that might be open now because they're kind of they're doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
That may have been more difficult beforehand, which is, a lot of times music can be, very guy centric, and they don't, they're busting down doors.
Oh yeah.
So
they're burning it down
with a rock and roll band.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, girl country, they're not doing that. They're a rock and roll band.
We're all pretty not. I'd say, and I could be wrong, but we're not all very girly. We're all pretty. We get along with the boys pretty good. I have a Craftsman wrench tattooed on my side, so I like to tell people that whenever they say something about me being girly, I'm like, look at this. I think it's funny, but yeah, I've always gotten along with not that I don't get along with girls, because I do, but I've always just gotten along with guys, and I feel like that's probably made my music career very easy because of that, I guess. I don't know.
It makes sense. Just relating to people one way or the other, I'm sure that does help. If you went into it and you're all offended by everything that's around you, it would make it more difficult.
No, I couldn't do it. I'm a very social person too, so I make friends with everybody. I've never met a stranger. It's pretty bad, actually.
As Taylor says, right, a lot of times that the boys in the van stink, right? So
Yeah, it's funny.
You have to be used to all of those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know why so many people want to go up and talk to them. And I didn't expect her to say that. And then they're listening too. At the end, it was pretty funny when they're like,
No filter.
yeah. She was like, oh, you were listening? They're like, yeah, you said we smell. That's not cool.
Well, she's not
Well,
wrong.
she ain't wrong.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. They cracked me up. Like, I have a thing with Taylor's husband, Bucky. I give him a new guitar pick every time I see him. I don't know. And Tyler, he was like, I was like, I gave him a pick, and he was like, man, I really like this one. And I was like, I gave you that because I kind of didn't remember that either. I'm like, no, that I can tell that's mine by the wear of it. And because I gave, man, I think it was like a 6mm pick. And he's like, what am I going to do with this? I said, I don't give it to you for like necessarily to use them, just to be like, oh, yeah, but it's.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love their boys.
Yeah.
Good people.
What about the? It seems like there's a lot of correlation. At least I haven't been there, so judging from afar. But things that are going on right now with this festival and all the venues before the main thing tonight at the Amp seems similar to what was going on with the Boys from Oklahoma stuff in Stillwater. It might not be. I may be speaking
Like
out
how
of turn.
everything's laid
As far
out.
as you got the stuff going on during the day, and then you got the big event at night. Like and because of that being a big event at night, people are finding those people in the bars and on the small stages and all
And
that
that's
stuff.
what I love so much about like things like this. And the Boys from Oklahoma is kind of the same way. I feel like during the day there's a lot. That's the first time I ever saw Shelby was before that. They set up the little pre-parties and stuff and the tailgates. And I love this kind of thing. And the way that these people specifically set it up is because like they're not just having the big artists, they're bringing in the small people. I mean, for God's sakes, like I'm nobody, but I've been working my butt off, but like I'm at freaking mile zero, like, and I'm just starting. And like, that's so cool to me is like, they're bringing people up with them and introducing people to new people. Boys from Oklahoma, we played them after party and we were opening for Trenton and Tanner. And it was just so much freaking fun. I mean, and it's not even like not even just like the little people, but the fact that there's always music and there's might be somebody that you don't know, and it's super cool. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad my online judgment of that was actually halfway.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
I was
think
like,
so.
if I'm going to ask this question, it's going to be nothing similar to.
But I agree that it's pretty much set up the same way. They have music going like all the time for Boys from Oklahoma.
But it seems like
before
their
and
whole
after.
purpose of having the people before the big show is they know, or they are trying to get y'all heard, whether it's our like Lance Rourke or you or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get people they like
Oh yeah,
heard, and
it's super,
which is great.
It's cool because we don't have to ask, and that's like something that's so important to me. Is it's so frustrating, like it's not frustrating for me like anymore, like the fact that they're seeing that and not like having to ask or like we don't have to ask the hey like.
I'm sure it means more when you don't have to.
Oh
ask.
yeah, it's just this community is just incredible. They think about the things we don't have to say out loud.
Yeah. It is cool, the environment of, you see Uncle Becca hats, or you get the nod, that people know you're at the festival. And it's like kind of like your own, like it's just state of mind too. It's just, everybody's just down here, and how quiet it gets when the vibe, if the singer's like, hey, we're going to sing a real sad song about this. And it's just like that.
That's how it has been for us when we played the last two shows here. And it like we played, I have a song, Lonely Lullaby, Nutshell, and then Hello Goodbye. And they're all like more acoustic bass. Lonely is between, I make half my band get off. It's me and my dad, who's my bass player. We cover that song, and then we do Nutshell, and then we do Hello Goodbye. And there's not a single word said like from the crowd or anybody. It's just literally just every single ear is listening. And that's the coolest thing to me.
Yeah.
But also, like, there's something for everybody at this, these festivals. If you don't like the big crowds or you want, like, not necessarily don't like it, but you want more of a laid back and just listening type thing. Like, it's cool. People listen.
Absolutely. Because that was a bar.
Right.
If you go to any other bar, that doesn't happen. But everybody here,
I can attest to that.
yeah.
And when they're talking, if somebody does talk, somebody's going, shh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a
You need
lot of
those
that,
shirts like STFU and listen to the music.
right? It's like I have a sticker from Tennessee Jet.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I have like 2 or 3 of his shirts that say that on the back.
Yeah, it's a great motto because it's distracting. It's rude, but everyone paid their money. Everybody this year like the trek to get down here. Everybody has a story. That's what I like.
You got to be real determined to come down here for that this year.
Especially with
It's ridiculous.
the ice storm. It's just, man, you
Yeah,
look at the
well,
radar. It's like
It's like
everywhere.
so much for global warming. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
no, even going like now we got to plan on going home, and it's like I hope things go okay.
Yeah.
I know. I guess it's freaking or snowing where I live too right now. Again.
I'm scared to look. I'm scared to bring up the app. And
I know.
like, oh, I leave Tuesday. Oh, it's just
It's great. Maybe I'll just stay here for a little bit.
right.
It's a little bit cold, but it's worth it.
Before we move off of the Boys from Oklahoma thing, I know that Cody and that whole group, they really make a point to put women artists in a spotlight, especially the ones from around the area or the scene. Have you had interactions with any of them, or they've kind of been?
Not necessarily. I've talked to Cody like one time, but it was a very brief thing. Not necessarily.
I got
I
you.
haven't really.
I got you.
No.
Well, come on. No.
Yeah.
No, it's just it just
I'd
seems
probably
that,
cry if I got put on something like that. I mean, this is like I cried when I found this out, so
Oh, really?
you can imagine. I mean, I didn't cry. I don't ever cry over anything. Never in my life.
it's I could only imagine though, as far as getting those emails or whatever, however you find out, because like we interviewed King Margot, and they were one of the last. They added like 4 or 5 people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Lance was on that list, and King Margot was like people we had seen or had some interaction with or whatever for different reasons. You're like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
congratulations,
Yeah.
So, same to you.
Thank you.
But so when you started releasing your own stuff, I'm assuming you started out in the cover band world, so and then started releasing your own, or were you releasing your own from the get go?
I've been releasing music since, releasing like
Okay.
bedroom recorded stuff from the time I was like probably 17, I think, 16 or 17.
That was the point from the get go.
Yeah, I mean,
music.
I've never looked into music and been like, I want to do covers. Now, I never thought that
Gotcha.
I'd get anywhere past bars because growing up, you're like, you look at these big artists, you're like, I want to do that. Well, in your mind, like, that's not feasible because there's no way that's a real. To me, it's like there's no way that's a real person. Like, how do you get there without being born in the spotlight? And so I started music full time 2 years ago, and I've always taken it seriously. I'm not one to screw around on things, but I was doing it as a business, and was making money, loving doing it. Didn't think I'd make it any further, whatever. Or not that any further, and I'm not saying that as in I'm doubting myself, but it's just, again, like, how do you get to the next level? You don't, starting from the bottom with no connections, like, how do you do that? Well, a year later, I was like, oh, shit, like, this is going to go a lot further than I thought it was. And, Fast Track, we're playing this and Born and Raised and, like, traveling the freaking country and putting out music, and I put out a song, Drunk Call. Y'all probably freaking heard it. It's probably freaking came across your feed and you're like, swipe, swipe, swipe. But that one's one that's burnt out because I've edited it so much. But, that one, like, I think it's been out a little over 5 months and it has 600,000 streams. Like,
Awesome.
how do you do that from being the little person recording stuff in your bedroom, which I've taken all that down. But, it's just, it's freaking weird. Like, it's just so cool. It really is.
You definitely have a lot of fans. I've seen your name commented on my videos all the time when I was saying I'm going to Mile Zero Fest, and I was taking all the voices of like the AMP lineup, and people were a lot of comments. If you go on the video, it's just like, you have to check Emily out.
Thank you. That's freaking awesome. I love your videos. I watch them all the time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
It's been a little hard because stuff gets muted now. And like, even the artists, they're like, hey, can you check this out? My stuff gets muted when I do my own music. I'm like, yeah, I have the same problem. It's weird.
I get copyrighted all the time on my own songs.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, like, on my end. And even on the artist end, because when I tell people, I'm like, even if you want to send me something, if you explaining like a show that you have something you want to raise awareness, just send it to me. I'll post it, because right now, if I didn't have this, I'm like, I don't know what I can post now.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's weird. Like I don't want to like clip up your music, because like a good guitar player would be like, that's solo. Where's my solo? And I'm like, man, who am I to decide where to chop stuff about?
It's a love-hate relationship. Trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I try not to get on social media if I like don't have to post something. But when I do, I swear, I literally, if I don't like put the song in there and then mute the song like straight off of whatever I'm posting, I'll get copyrighted. It's crazy to me because like I'm verified too, so you'd think that it would correlate, but it don't.
Sometimes mine gets flagged just from clips of the podcast that don't have any.
Wow.
I know.
Any music in it, and I'm like,
the weirdest thing.
We literally just recorded this.
I know. Maybe
that
like
is me.
gets the voice or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I got a warning yesterday that I posted on original content. I'm like, I made it.
Unoriginal?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. They said we're not going to put your stuff out, and I'm like, well,
I mean, I
okay.
could see it if you're like literally screen recording somebody's thing and posting that exact screen recording.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't.
Do you remember when you started, especially when you started putting out music that you were that you're really proud of? Do you remember the first time somebody that's not friends and family listened to your stuff, like a stranger?
I will say, it's pouring now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Great. I will say, I don't know if this is what you're asking, but we headlined Tulsa last year. It was our first headline show, like pretty much ever. We didn't play a whole lot in our first or second year. I think we played like maybe a mix of like 50 shows, which I play like over 200 a year because I do acoustic stuff.
Wow.
That's the moneymaker. But last year we did
Strange
in April.
how that is, isn't it?
Last year we did in April, and it was, hometown, but it was Tulsa. And we had quite a good turnout. But that's the first time I ever heard a crowd singing my song back to me. When I tell you I lost it, I had to turn around. Like, I'm literally about to tear up talking about it, but I literally turned around to my drummer and I was like, I can't do this. Like, it was crazy. Like, listening to the words that I wrote about something that was so, like, now, like, I black out, and this is going to sound weird, but I black out when I write songs sometimes. Like, I won't remember writing them because it's just the way that my brain works. Most of the time I do, or maybe I'm just, like, too hungover or something. But it's the craziest thing because I have this song called Angel, and I wrote the song. I think I had either just like went full time or whatever, but I've been with a guy for a long time and I broke up with him. It was my ex-fiance. I got with this other dude and I thought I was going to be something. Well, joke's on me because he was playing me, but I didn't know that because I'd never been with anybody else. Well, he like broke my heart the 2 weeks that I knew him. Well, then I was like, I want to write a song and name it after him. So I wrote Angel, and it's our song, but it was literally, that song was such a meaningful song for me. And then for other people to be able to relate, it's just like a year later from writing it, just blew my mind. Like just sitting on stage, listening to people, like a crowd of, 300 people singing that back to me was insane. It's not a lot, but it was huge for me. It was the craziest moment in my life. And now like every time at a show it happens, it still just blows my mind. And Drunk Call too, because people now like, there's like a stereotype to Drunk Call, like the girls that listen to it, and I think it's funny too. And it's not all like the same girls, but I will know if I'm at an acoustic show and I've never seen a girl like this girl walk in, I will know that they're there for Drunk Call, and it's so crazy to me. But at the same time, it's super cool because that song everybody knows like all the words to if they know it. So it's cool.
That can you, besides the meaning behind the song, can you talk about why those moments like that mean so much to you and any other independent artist that gets to hear that back to them? Because it's not easy, right? One, it's like you're proud of yourself, but two, it's like, for me,
I've always had amazing parents, but at the same time, you can only talk to your parents about so much. And to be able to put frustrations in a song and relay that back in lyrics and stuff, and people singing that back to you makes you feel like I'm being listened to, like in a weird way. Because I've never been one that's like, nobody listens to me, but like it makes you feel like you're actually, like your emotions are being heard, I guess. I write really sad songs.
I got you. Yeah, but it's we know that it's not easy to get a room to listen.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm telling you, listen, bars from the time I was 18 years old that literally nobody cares to listen. But then you got really good bars that literally nobody talks at all. So I don't know.
Has that ever made you just go, you know what, I'm done? Because I've seen people, because he was like, if I see any more backs, I'm not playing anymore. And no one was just like, it was a shame because you could see the people that were there for the artists, and they were just like, no, we love you. And,
Yeah.
And he just said, I'm done. And I apologize. If you really want to hear my music, I'll be out of my van. And
Yeah.
I guess he went out and
Right.
finished the show on his tailgate or whatever, and gave the people that were really there for the artists. Like, it's weird. Like, why would you go to a venue, pay the money, and not
That's what I've
pay
never
attention
understood. Some
to
like
the
most
artist?
people just get too drunk, I guess. I don't know. But like I've never felt like, because I don't give a damn. Sorry, I probably shouldn't
It's
say something,
okay.
but
Sorry.
I'll play for a bartender and be content, but there's some shows where I'll play like 4 in a row, and then the last time you'll have a freaking room of 150 people in there and like just acoustic and nobody's listening. And you're just like, dude, like, they're all there for you, but they're not listening at all. And you're just like, dude, like, why do I do this? Or like, you can't hear yourself over your freaking monitor because nobody will shut up. So it's like, I've had those moments, but not as many as I've had goods. Because I don't, like, usually it doesn't bother me when people are talking or whatever, because I'm just there. But there are some burnout moments where you're just literally sitting up there for the 2-hour set you have or whatever, and just why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because
So frustrating.
yeah, it's just
are
I don't know.
those moments easier when you have the band with you?
no.
No,
I mean, yeah. Wait, the van or the band?
the band.
I mean, we don't. I've kind of made it a point that we don't play bars or anything. We never really have, just because
I guess I was meaning the burnout moments. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
Because you got is it more of a team thing where you can be there for each other, or is it
sometimes, but again, we play like the better stuff.
Gotcha.
Acoustic, I'm very picky now, like, because I'm able to be. I've made it for myself to be, a little bit pickier on my shows, but I've had a lot worse burnout moments acoustic than full band, because again, I say the bigger things, but we don't play bars. We
Understand.
play places that actually want us to be there.
Mhm.
One of my favorite places to play is a Tumbleweed in Stillwater. I mean, it's just a great venue. It's incredible.
met all them this weekend, right?
Yeah.
You got another one? Well, let's make sure we talk about your music before we do run out of time. You had a single that just came out in January.
Yes.
And then you got more. Hello Goodbye came out in January, and you got more music on the way.
Yes, we have a song that I think if it gets in the right ears, it's gonna do some changing. It's everything we've ever done before plus more. So it's gonna be a banger, I guess. I'm
As
super
the
excited.
kids say.
Yeah, I guess. I am a kid, but I don't understand that. Man, for a 21-year-old, I don't understand half the lingo people say nowadays.
Right? Yeah. I don't just get, just
Yeah.
pretend like I'm cool.
Shoot, my dad knows more on the freaking stuff than I do, and it's cringy just listening to him, but he's great.
We can touch on that a little bit. What's it like with Dad being? I mean, how? I'm sure it's.
Yes.
Well, does that make it? I mean, I'm sure it helps in a lot of different ways, right? Having somebody that you know is in your corner, and instead of being someone that you just paid for the gig.
Oh yeah, my whole band. probably one of the luckiest people alive. I swear. I've had my band for over 2 years now. A couple days ago now. 2 years, never switched out a band member. I've played shows with fill-ins, but never had to switch out. And these guys back me incredibly. I mean, they're family. My guitar player, it's just my whole band's full circle. I have to tell you another time, but it's my dad. It's amazing having him in the band. It's something that at first it was like he had said something about, I'll play bass or whatever, because I knew like we grew up playing together, but he's always played in church, and I thought it was kind of a joke. And then we played, and I was like, oh my gosh, like he's actually good at this. Like, okay, so how are we gonna do this? Fast track. It's kind of hard, like, just kind of button heads, but at the end of the day, it's weird because my dad is a very manly man, and very like just spoken forward man, but whenever like we're talking about music or something, it's the weirdest thing. It's a side of my father I've never seen in my life, where he just like is looking to me for the answers, and it's so freaking weird because it's like I'm his boss. But it's great because it's not only just a really good friend being there, not only your bass player, but it's also your father. So whenever you do have times, he's the one that talks me down. But we're all just super close. My dad and my freaking guitar player are best friends.
And gets to see when you turn around the cry to the drummer, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I can't let my dad see me cry though. No, it's great. It's a blessing. Not many people get to experience, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure just to have congratulations on the band.
Thank
too,
you.
because that's having the stability is.
I can't believe they haven't left me by now. I'm a lot to deal with. I'm telling you. It's a lot.
I'm sure the stability still makes the road, or all of it easier.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, it's gotta be nice. I wasn't allowed to play guitar. My dad be like, "Shut up, Jimmy. Pick up a baseball." Like, okay. But
yeah.
he kind of likes it now.
Kinda.
Yeah, like I was like, went ahead and like learned all his favorite songs.
Oh,
and he's like I said, he's like, you ain't in Leonard Skinner. I don't want to hear it.
You ain't even that good. What do you mean? Yeah.
Well, we'll start to wrap things up, and we haven't asked the very final question. This whole weekend. I think Patrick should ask the question. You remember the one that you had to make the TikToks about?
Oh yeah. Of course, I know your content. It'd be really awkward if I'm just sitting here like.
Episode. Yeah. This is honorary.
Oh, that's my first time.
Uh-huh.
What is your favorite Little Debbie snack?
Oh my goodness. Well, I got to make sure it's a Little Debbie's because I don't really eat Little Debbie's. I think it is the oatmeal cream pie, Little Debbie.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God, because I was going to be embarrassing.
And Patrick knows it is an oatmeal cream pie. Now.
Yeah, I don't eat stuff like that.
I don't either, but that's the one thing I will.
Okay.
I don't really eat like sweets, but
yeah, I ate all of them. I made a video of trying them all of them.
I did on my first Christmas tree the other day, or Little Debbie Christmas tree. It was good. But it's not.
Somebody got them for us at Stocktober. I think it was Brenda. I didn't have one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never had one in my life until the other night. It's pretty good.
They look pretty.
Yeah.
That's a show that needs to happen sometime. Adara Kay and you.
I love her.
That'd be.
I haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah, we just saw her at Stocktober. She's
Really?
like been one of my favorites.
Oh, I love her. She's good. She's good people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very talented too.
Well,
Powerhouse.
If you don't follow Emily on all of the socials, please make sure you do. We'll put the links in all the bios of where all this stuff is posted. When you're and wherever you stream your music, hit the follow button and go see a show. Go see any independent guys in music that rolls through your town. Make sure you go and see a show, buy some merch, let them know that you like what's going on. Go talk to them. Like we talked to Hood earlier. He was like, yes, please come up and say something.
And listen.
Don't avoid us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's the best part. Making new friends.
thanks for the time.
Yeah, thank you.